Well, hello. Hello to everybody, and hi to who it may concern. From the beginning, I will say my apologies because my English is not completely fluent. Maybe here and there I will stuck them in a few seconds to find the right words or to find a way to describe it if I don't know the right words. But in short, I want to say that my life and my dreams were since I was 13 years old was music. I fell in love. I fell in love with music. I fell in love with the big, greatest singers in the world, more from the light music, like Elvis Presley, Tom Jones, and also some other singers, Engelbert Humperdinck, and of course I like very much the not the oldies, the old oldies. Also, they had some kind of magic, some kind of happiness in life. Somehow, life was more naive, more simple. People were it's something different, like those magic voices, like especially Perry Como, Dean Martin, even Frank Sinatra, Matt Monroe. I like a lot of also rhythm songs. I like a lot of soul, rock and roll, and gospel.
The sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone. Narrow streets of cobblestone. Neath the halo of a street lamp.
But now let's get down, make it short as possible. Well, I was born, sorry, at 13 and a half years old. I began to feel things that are, for me, were very frightening as a child, different. Those things took me to a path of not the usual childhood, with a lot of problems, a lot of crisis. And in those ages, from 13 and up, I also found a love to music and singing. At 19, 20 years old, more or less, I began to take voice lessons. And again, I say I always adored. Well, I remember myself as a teenager in my room and trying to sing songs of Elvis and also Tom Jones, which he had a different kind of voice, more animal voice, more soul, more vocal abilities. And 24 years old, I tried to record with a few musicians. Two songs were on the radio. Maybe they will be on the radio, but they didn't pass through. And I regret a lot of things beside of music because of the situation that I had those crises that influenced me. I did all kind of foolish things. But if we go back to music, and at 26 years old, I joined a very famous festivity group here in Israel, which is okay. I joined this group, and for about 5 years, I was one of the singers. After that, I stopped things. Some things were not working out with the principal of that group. And at about 29 years old, I went to visit a friend in the academy, and the headmaster of the voice department, she heard me and she said, "You were to be slapped on your face." And I asked her surprisingly, Why? And she said, because you have a potential of a tenor voice, which I don't hear pretty often. That was then, you know, the voice with the age a little goes down. I still can hit some good notes of a tenor, but then it was different when you were younger. And she said, I want you to prepare yourself for the academy, and etc. etc. And at that particular year, I passed a very simple surgery, and the doctor that did the surgery to me did to me irreparable damage to the right rectus muscle here for life. And it's the damage. It took me out of focus, and I left everything, and I was very, very, very afraid that I wouldn't be able to sing as I sang before. I had another problem, which I went to the States for 2 weeks to a specialist, and he found out that I have reflux. And at 93 I went back to another festivity group for about 3-4 years. And after that I tried to do all kinds of freelance work in all kinds of occasions and that, and it's very, very hard when you don't have a name, even though you have a voice. It's very, very hard when you don't have an engine to behind you, something to do things for you, to push you, to guide you. And if I jump more, 2005, my amazing father passed away, and I have one sister, three nephews, three children, and I will remain with my mother. I remained, and I have a small flat with my parents by a long time ago, so I rented the flat, and most of the time I was with my mother. About a year, 2 years after my father passed away, my amazing, heavenly, rare angel mother, she was diagnosed with a dementia, but how do you call it? Vascular dementia. And it was when the early signs began more to appear, it was a shock for me. And since then I took a very big mission on my shoulders, and for the first years I almost was with her, and more or less took care of everything, and tried to love her the most heavenly way I can.
Time you feel the pain, hey Jude, refrain, don't carry the world up on your shoulder. For when you know that it's a fool who plays it cool by making the world.
And at 2011, when the situation began to get worse, we had to have a caretaker 24/7. She lives here with us. Of course, through the years we changed it. And now the situation is that she's not only now, but for a period of time she cannot walk anymore. She doesn't know nothing what's with her, more or less. Her language also is the center of language is also almost gone. She speaks, but she speaks like unclear words. She speaks with herself. She's all the time with diapers, and in the last 2 months almost, she's been fed through here with a tube through the stomach, with something with kind of an apparatus that you fix the drops, the way, the speed, and you give her special liquids because the instinct of the swallow food is almost gone. We give her a little through the mouth, but okay. I'm already 54. I reckon that because of all the tension and anxieties that I'm passing through, and all this, what I'm carrying on my shoulders, it hurts the voice. I have sometimes problems with the voice and that, but generally the voice is still powerful and still special, and still with the right guidance, it can be completely on an international level, and even compared to other international singers, it can be even better than them, even though that I'm 54 and I have all those things. My dream is somehow I reach out to fulfill my dream, because I don't get opportunities, I don't get people around me. Through the last few years I also knew, and I had to know people which I call good souls in how do you say, like you write the words in good souls, I mean the opposite, yes, but you understand what I mean. And it's a situation, it's very frightening for me, and I feel that I was born with this gift of singing, and I reach out to people that will maybe hear a few links that I have, and maybe somehow, because I can, it's impossible, especially that age, at my age, it's impossible to do things alone. You need a miracle, or you need someone that will lend a hand and will help you to become what you should have been many or decades ago. So at least for the time that I am left, I would like very much to be able to succeed with my special talent, and to bring joy and happiness to people, and also to be able to help people around the world in all kinds of ways, because today it's a crazy world, it's a cruel world, it's sometimes, in many points of view, it's a horrible world. And also sometimes I feel like, sometimes I say to myself, well, it's such a bad, I don't know if it sounds good or not, but sometimes, because of all kinds of situations, all kinds of things combined together, I say to myself, like, it's like I regret being born in Israel. But well, I don't know, but the most important thing is what I'm sending this video, and expecting maybe a miracle, and I don't expect hope. So that's for now. Thank you, Danny. Bye. God bless you. Happiness and health to all.